Welcome back, everyone. Next, we have Argentina Lithium and Energy Corp, trades on the OTCQB under the symbol PNXLF and on the TSXV under the symbol LIT, and is focused on acquiring high-quality lithium projects in Argentina and advancing them toward production in order to meet the growing global demand from the battery sector. Please welcome Miles Rideout, Vice President of Exploration. Welcome, Miles.
Thank you very much for the introduction. I'll just be discussing what we're doing on our Rincon West project. We put out some new drill results last week. If people are unfamiliar with the company, Argentina Lithium is operating in the northwest part of Argentina in the high plain area there. It's part of the Lithium Triangle. I've got a map on the screen on the right-hand side right now. The blue shaded areas are salar basins, that's salt lake basins. And so what we're doing is we're exploring for concentrated lithium brines that occur within the salt lakes. They're concentrated by the environment, the evaporation of the environment, and they concentrate over millions of years. Our methodology is we apply geophysics and sometimes surface sampling as well. With the geophysics, we identify conductive brine targets at depth, and then we follow up with drilling. So I'll be talking about the Rincon West project, which is in the northern part of this map. That's the Rincon Basin. Our neighbors to the east are Rio Tinto Mining, and they have a large resource, which they are taking through to production. Our properties are on the western flank and northern flanks of the Rio Tinto property. And we've been drilling there since the midpoint of 2022, and we're currently starting our 8th drill hole. While we're looking at this map, I'll just point out there's a long, narrow salt flat down in the lower left part of this map figure. This is the Antofalla Basin. It's about 70 kilometers in length, and 70 miles in length, and about 5 to 8 miles across. And we have the northern portion of that basin. Our neighbors to the south are Albemarle Corporation, the world's second largest lithium producer. And our objective there is to begin drilling mid-year. So I won't be talking about that very much in this presentation, but we'll be starting that second key project at mid-year this year. So working on Rincon, this is what the Rincon Basin looks like. So our properties are the green shaded areas, and that central area is the Rincon project held by Rio Tinto. Let me see. We initially did ground geophysics. These are section views of the geophysics surveys that we accomplished. So the purple shaded areas are the conductive zones, which hold lithium brines. And if I remove the geophysics and just show the yellow shaded outline where those conductive brines are, that's what the image looks like. So that yellow shaded area, which is about 65% of our initial property, has potential for lithium brines. We announced our 5th and 6th drill hole last week in our press release. There's some results shown on the screen. I'll just read off some of the key intersections. So on our 6th drill hole, we had a 153-meter interval with lithium grades ranging from 329 to 393 milligrams per liter lithium. In our 4th drill hole, we had a 132-meter interval with lithium grades ranging from 334 to 382 milligrams per liter lithium. And in the 2nd drill hole, we had a 123-meter interval with grades ranging from 337 to 367 milligrams per liter lithium. Now, the entire area that we've drilled so far, it measures, I'll be using kilometers here, it's about 3.5 kilometers north-south and about 2.5 kilometers east-west. And all the drill holes we've intersected so far in that area show that we're recovering the same kinds of brines which Rio Tinto have used for their resource calculation. That's what we intended to achieve when we acquired this property about a year and a half ago. So this has been tremendously successful. We have we're completing up to 9 drill holes in this campaign, so we should have this this drill campaign concluded by about Q2 of this year, and roughly at mid-2023, we expect to announce our maiden lithium resource here. What we'll be doing from that point on is carrying on drilling in that that second property, which extends to the east in this figure. So it's unshaded, but it appears as an inverted L with a red outline. We'll be drilling there throughout the second half of this year and into the early part of next year. Our intention is to produce a second lithium brine resource there. And once that's completed, we'll be going up to that northern project, which doesn't appear on this map. But again, it's a very large area. It's approximately 800 hectares of salt flat that we'll be drilling out. So our objective is over the next 18 months at Rincon to keep adding on resources, and then we'll be looking for a business arrangement or a takeout deal, something of the sort, to commercialize these lithium brines and create value for our investors. I'll just point out as well that aside from the resource that we'll be announcing this year, with us beginning drilling at our second focus project down on the Antofalla Basin, we'll have a strong news stream right through the second half of this year, announcing results from 2 large and exciting exploration projects. That's my presentation. If there are any questions, I'm happy to take them.
Great job. Yes, we do have some questions for you real quickly. So Al Pereira asks, what's your forecast to move into production away from exploration?
Our forte is we're an exploration company. So what we're focused on is exploring brines and developing resource. That's the focus today. We'll be taking the projects through pre-feasibility and evaluating options. But my expectation is that we would likely either partner with a company with a production background and take the projects forward that way, or we would invite outright sales of properties once we've identified all the resources and identified the potential. So how we take these projects forward into production will depend on the circumstance as we go forward. Right now, our focus is developing these exploring these resources and making these resource announcements over roughly the next 2 years.
Wonderful. Anthony McCarthy asks, can you talk about different grades of lithium, A, B, et cetera, and what are you exploring, and cost versus sale?
So these are both our key focus areas are mid-grade salars. So we're looking at brines that would range from about 300 to almost 400 milligram per liter lithium. Those are excellent grades. The reason we're focusing in mid-grade salars is we're a Canadian junior company, and it would be unlikely for a company in our position to have a large property position holding in one of the very few high-grade salars. There's really only 2 or 3 high-grade salars available. They're very expensive. So we identified our niche as being look for underexplored mid-grade salars. And the other thing that we chose to do was focus in areas around major producers. So in this case, we're right beside Rio Tinto on one basin and right beside Albemarle Corporation on the other basin. And so it's not strictly speaking discovery that what we're doing. What we're doing is drilling out our properties and confirming that we have the same brines on our properties that our neighbors have taken to resource stage.
Wonderful. Well, Miles, would you like to give any closing remarks?
I think that lithium is an excellent field. If you look at the lithium industry, we're taking industry that was nascent and very small in international volume about 12 years ago, and now it's become a major player in the energy space. So I think that it's a very smart place to invest. Our company, our objective is to take our property holdings, develop large resources. We're looking for a great deal of growth in our market capitalization over the next 2 years as we develop properties from prospects into what I expect will be large volume, mid-grade lithium resources.
Wonderful. Thank you, Miles, for this update. We look forward to hearing more from you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Okay, everyone stay with us. We'll be right back.